What's up, guys? We're back once again, and we are going to talk about Siren Season 3. Now, if you guys have not watched the season finale, go ahead and watch it. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the entirety of the season, my thoughts on it. But if you guys, first off, are new to the channel, or you guys like Siren, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. But let me know what your thoughts are about it in the comments. Let's have a great conversation in the comments about it. And let's go ahead and get started. Now, the entirety of this season really went into not just Ren being a leader, but also being a mother. And we also had, of course, the new character, Tia. Now, I'm going to be very blunt. It was very interesting to see a female, or let me rephrase that, a character that is a mermaid be that intelligent that was captured from another country and another organization and pretty much trained her to be a spy, an infiltrator, a killer, because of her abilities. But it really was interesting to see a brewing war between different clans, as well as also mermaid versus humans. We got to see another tribe in the series. Well, three tribes actually, if you count Ren's, Tia's, as well as Rob's tribe, which we later find out that Rob is a merman, or was a mermaid, then transformed into a mermaid. So we go into that episode as well. Now, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on each character about what I thought. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Seeing Ren become a mother was really... we all knew it was going to happen, but at the same time, it was really interesting. Especially that last fight with her and Tia. That, I think, is what was able to have her beat Tia, was because in the entirety of this, she was upset that she did not have a child. And then she finds out that she is going to have a child. And the hybrids are able to stay on land. We're trying to keep that away from her. And then finally, when the doctor told her, yes, your child's alive, and the one that was burying her finally felt bad about it, but the guy that was trying to stay away from everybody else, I'm glad that he got killed, because he was really annoying. He was really selfish. He did not care about nobody other than himself and what he was wanting to do for the so-called his clan. But we do have where finally that hope is born. And unfortunately, Ren has to give her back to the male, so she learns how to fight, how to survive. And then, of course, comes back to Ren as, I want to say, about what looked to be 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. And at the same time, we get to see her really come into being a little girl. And we really do see the connection between mother and daughter in there. And we also get to see where that was the reason why she was able to beat Tia, was because of her to become a mother, and that mother anger to protect her child, and what was a lot stronger than protecting anybody else. She was willing to give her life for her daughter, and she expected Ben, of course, to protect her, and that's what he did. But we also got to see a lot of Ren and Ben really come a lot closer, because the relationship between Maddie, Ben, and Ren was kind of back and forth. And honestly, I'm very happy they kind of went away from Ben, Maddie, and Ren altogether as a couple, because it was okay, but at the same time, I was preferring Ren to get together with Ben, because it made more sense, and also because of their connection that they met first. They have a better connection, and she relates to Ben more. Especially, there was a few times I got a little tired of Maddie. I think she was very gullible, letting Rob in on information as quickly as she did, because not knowing that he was a merman, lucky he was, but from another tribe, and it really got lucky, because I'm like, okay, how can you be that gullible and letting out that much information to somebody you barely know, no matter who it is? And that really bothered me. And then we also got to see her getting angry with Ben and Ren about letting that reporter die, when honestly that was probably the best thing to do, because he would have leaked the story. Anybody knows, if you find something like that, they're going to want to leak the story. So that was the best thing they could do. The guy could not have been trusted. So I do firmly believe that was the right thing to do. And then, of course, this war that was brewing with the mermaids, and we got to see another tribe, of course, which was Rob's tribe. That was an interesting thought, because of them being a little different, also being the ability to change from female to male. For some aquatic species are able to do that, which was really interesting to see, because we really never seen that before, anything like that so far in the series. I'm glad they touched up on that. But we also got to see more about Rob's personality, the reason why he left, and all that a little bit. So I didn't really have that much of a problem after Rob, when I finally figured out, okay, what his intentions were. Then we got to go to Xander. Xander took a huge 360 in this season. He took a huge from being a drunk seaman to wanting to do better. He wanted to protect his town. He wanted to protect his community. So, of course, he enlists to become a cop. And he actually, later on, is able to become an officer after being able to go through training and dealing with, of course, of shooting Ren's sister. And he's trying to deal with that. But then he actually makes right with Ren's niece by, making sure that Donna's daughter is safe. And she finally says we're good after he finally tries to make things right. And also finally does become a police officer when the town really needs him, because we later find out the sheriff went missing, and then of course Xander was in a coma because of the attack that Tia did with the song, which was intense because I was kind of fearing that she was going to do something with the song anyway. We just didn't know what exactly she was going to do, and then once she did that, I was like, okay, that makes more sense for a sonic for a biological attack almost. And we got to see Xander. He's the first one to get hit by this in the town. He goes into a coma. They're able to get him out of it because of Rob's tribe with their echo down in their ancestors' area. So I was able to help him and among others during this attack, because we get to see where Tia destroyed everything in Ren's territory. She was literally taking over everybody's territory. Now, there was two characters that did betray her. We saw Hunter and we saw Katrina betray her. Now Hunter took me a little bit by surprise. Honestly, I don't know if she can be trusted again, especially with her doing what she did. Now, I think Katrina, it was expected that she was going to be betraying her sooner or later, because, again, Katrina wanted to take over Ren's leadership to begin with, but the others were very loyal to Ren, so I was really impressed by that. I'm finally glad they got Katrina out the way, but also I'm happy, again, that Xander was able to kind of shine a little bit and finally become a police officer. But we do get to see, unfortunately, that Maddie's dad dies. We don't know necessarily how he dies. We don't know if he died by the song or if he died somehow somewhere else. Now, the most crazy part of this is, of course, Helen having more of a side to the spirit side, seeing Sarge, seeing Donna's spirit being unrested, and then finally being able to put her to rest. So we got to see more of the spirit side of the series as well. But the main thing that really confused me at the end is, spoiler alert, Ren kills Tia, and then she assumes, I guess, the leader of all the tribes, I'm guessing. That's just what I'm getting out of it, because she basically showed dominance over Tia, because Tia was extremely strong and very strategic. But at the same time, I hated Tia. Tia was one of those, like, okay, come on, just kill her already. And then finally, when they did kill her, I was very happy. But at the same time, Ben gave his life, or assuming gave his life, to protect Hope. And at the very end of the episode, we get to see where it looks like, because he tells Ren he has this dream about them two being together, and he goes in, he got this, the happy white picket fence type of deal, and it shows Ben coming in with saying hey to Hope and Ren and them being a family, because he does want to raise Hope. And there's this scene where he does go to protect Hope, and we get to see how he really is pretty much the closest thing to a father she has. I mean, yes, even though she was around Levi and the other male for however long, we get to see how she really goes more towards Ben, because she remembers him when she was a baby. And of course, how he reacts with Ren anyway, because Ren, honestly, I think we've already kind of guessed that she wants Ben to be the father to Hope, no matter whether she is a mermaid or not. She wants him to be the father. But at the same time, we don't know if Ben's alive, because we do see him floating in the ocean. We don't know if he's alive. We don't know if he's going to change into a mermaid or a merman because of him putting stem cells in him the entirety of the season, which was crazy to see that can happen to a human being. I really liked how they did that, because, again, it got brought up a few times that if you go up on land too much, is what happened to Rob, that you cannot go back into being. The changing gets a lot harder. It gets more crazy. So the entirety of this season was really developing if Ren wants to stay on land or she keeps going back in the water. What is she going to do? And then we also get to see where Ben and Ren really come up with a development, if they're going to be together on land or in the water. And she tells him to find stop after she sees him change, which angers his father, which I'll get to his father here in a second. But we get to see kind of really Ben and Ren kind of marry in their own way after we get to see this one episode where kind of they're going to try to be together no matter what, if they're apart or not. And that's one of the reasons why at the very end of the episode where Ren is not going to stop looking for him, because technically in her mind, I guess that is her husband and she's going to find him. And right when Maddie is leaving, because after this is about 2 weeks after, we see, of course, Xander become a police officer. We see Rob and Maddie wanting to go do Rob's technology to clean the oceans, so that way it could possibly help clear out all the toxic waste, and maybe the mermaids can finally reproduce. And we get to see where Ren tells her, it's okay, you can go, I will be fine. And this is what was really out of character for Maddie. Well, he's been gone, so you're going to have to let him go. And it's like, really? You were together with this man for how long? You're telling this woman, this other person just to let go. That makes no sense. That was shitty writing. I'm sorry. That was the shittiest thing you could say to somebody. That literally, it made no sense to me. I'm like, really? But don't know if Ben's alive. Don't know if he changed. Don't know what's going to happen. More than likely, he is going to come back if there's going to be season 4. As far as I know, there's possibly going to be a season 4 at this moment. But then at the other part of this is Ben's father really is a dick. I'm gonna say that just point blank. He is a dick. He wants to be in control over everything, and then once he finally figures out about the secret, he gets so headstrong, so like he knows everything. He wants to learn as much as he can. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're this. But he really does not know jack crap about nothing, because he automatically assumes that they're all bad because, of course, there was a few bad of them, and that's not how it is. And that's what Ben and Maddie and Helen tried to get him to understand. And then finally, it seems like maybe at the very last episode, he finally understands that this is, they're all in this together. The hybrids were helping. The ones from Ren's tribe were helping. Ren was helping. Helen and her people were helping. There was all these people that were helping the town because it was their town too. And I think maybe that's what made him realize that. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot more development to see if he's actually going to accept this, or he's going to go maybe more insane with trying to have control over every little bitty thing. So right now, there's a lot of detail of what may happen. Of course, at the very end, we see Ren looking out in the ocean, so we don't know if she's going to be searching for Ben for however long. We don't know if... hopefully she finds him. I mean, I'm really hoping they don't try to have her into another relationship. I really don't see that happening. I can only see her maybe trying to raise Hope with the help of Helen and the other mermaids and the hybrids, maybe to help her raise Hope on land as well as in the water to learn more. Maybe have Helen kind of go with trying to help her learn the ways of the human world. That way that's what Maddie and Ben and all them did with Ren. So maybe that's what they may do. But season 4, hopefully there'll be a season 4. Unsure if there will be. I'm going to have to look into that. But guys, let me know what you think about Siren season 3. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys hate it? What was your thoughts about it in the comments? Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, let's consider about subscribing. Links down below if you guys want to check out more. Let me know what you guys think about Siren in the comments. Again, what was your favorite part about it? What was your least favorite part about it? I'd like to know. Let's have a great conversation in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the very next one.